Good morning, guys. So I've been waiting to do this video for quite some time now. I was just waiting on a couple parts and it's gonna be pretty insane. So let me show you guys what I have here and what my plans are. So what I have here is a LED upgrade kit from Street FX, and it's just basically 4 bulbs and then 2 smaller bulbs. I believe they're 5 SMD LEDs. The good thing is that they have the LEDs all around, so it'll be good coverage. Hopefully it looks like this. And yeah, I'm gonna get to that. I'm gonna start taking the dash apart, but before I get any further on that, so you guys see this trim around the cluster here. So I saw GK Tech made some for the 240SX, and I saw a couple people, I believe JD and Mike on Instagram, he also had one made for his. But GK Tech made it for the S13. They were going to do it for the R32, but I guess not that many people were interested in that. So I ended up getting a flat piece of carbon fiber, and I was testing it out here to see how it would look in satin. I mean, I could always buff that out, or I could just use this top section right here because it is only like 6 inches tall. I'm going to go ahead and take the cluster off, make a template of all the holes on where to cut, transfer it onto here, cut everything out, make it look nice and neat. Go ahead and glue that onto the cluster face. Or the cluster surround, whatever you want to call it. Throw on these LEDs and call it a day. Put it back together. So I'm going to go ahead and get started on taking the cluster apart, change out the LEDs, and the cutting part is going to be the hard part, and it's going to take a while because it has about, cluster face has about like 13 holes that I need to cut, and it's gonna suck. Yeah, it's gonna suck. I'm going to show you guys the before and after. So this is before. As you guys can see, it's kind of dull, so you guys get a good view of the whole thing. Do it again. Now we will see once the LEDs are on and how good it's going to look with those. But in the meantime, I'm going to start taking this apart.
I admit I was rude, but you see, I was trying to concentrate on the problem.
Oh, that's all right.
Alright, so let me show you guys real quick. There is 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 3, 4. 1 down here. So there's 5 bolts for this piece right here. And then another one on the side right here. It has a little cover. You pop it off and you take the screw off. So it has 6 bolts on this piece here. Might be mistaken. There might be more. Not sure. Okay, but in order to take this piece off, there's 2 bolts here. I see another one here, another one up here, and I believe another one up here, if I'm correct. And you should just pop off, disconnect everything, and you should be able to get the 4 screws on the cluster and then bring it out, disconnect it, etc. So hopefully that works. I'll keep you guys updated. So as you can see, these little tabs all around here. My bad. There's these little tabs all around that you push down and pull this out. So what I'm going to do now is pull these tabs down and take this glass off. Be careful not to touch the back side of the glass because you'll probably stain it. Or not glass, but plastic, I guess. But so that is my next step. Alright, this is off. Put this in a safe place, and here is going to be our template for the carbon fiber piece. So the carbon piece is going to have to be like really accurate, and I got to get all the holes in exactly the same place or else it's not going to work. One of the hardest things that I've ever had to cut out, and will ever probably have to cut out. It's pretty crazy. All right, so I have the cluster apart here, and I'm gonna change out the bulbs. I already changed this one out, and it came with 5 of these T10 bulbs and 2 T5 bulbs. So I'm gonna change out these 5. So you gotta pay attention in which direction the wires are on the bulbs, so you could put the other ones in the same manner, same way. So now I'm gonna go ahead and test it out and then show you guys if it works or not. So I had to turn my car on because the battery died as I was doing this. So let me show you guys. I ended up actually ordering the white, and for some reason they sent me the blue. But man, just look at that difference right there. The thing looks crazy. What I ended up doing, I had a bunch of T5 LEDs laying around that I got from Super Bright LEDs. I ended up putting the 5 LEDs that I got on the 5 light or orange brownish ones that were there, the only 5 that are the same color. I also ended up putting the T5 LED here. These I left normal bulbs because once you put the LEDs on there, it looks awkward, it looks weird for some reason. I don't know why, but it just does. I also ended up putting an LED right here for the clock, and that looks a million times better. I don't know how I feel about the blue. Let me know what you guys think about the blue. I mean, I might just order some Super Bright LEDs and order like 5 T10s, and if you guys want these right here, let me know. I don't know what color to do, or if I should leave it blue, but I kind of really wanted the white. But I got the template on. It's a little bit bigger than the actual thing itself. It took me forever to line it up. I got the holes perfect though. I'm gonna go ahead and start cutting and then start drilling I'm probably gonna drill all these out and then cut, or cut and then drill all these out. I don't know which way I'm gonna go first, but let's get to it. Alright, so I'm done with this. I'm gonna respray it in flat black because I did scratch it up a little bit. And I finally cut the piece after like what, 2 hours? It took me about 2 hours. The only place I did mess up is right here where the bar goes. The hole, I ended up doing it here, but it was more in the center. And yeah, there's like a big gap right there. So I don't know what I'm gonna do. Maybe I'll throw a rubber grommet over the little bar that comes out to cover all this. I don't know yet. I'll figure it out. I'll do something to make it look better. But for now, I'm gonna put a coat of glass clear on this one, and I'm gonna do the flat black on that. So I got the white LEDs in the back, and I got them from Super Bright LEDs. If I can find the box. So I got them from Super Bright LEDs. I got 5 of the white ones. I put them in the back already, swapped them out for the blue ones. I didn't really like the blue. Well, I do, but not with this color. So I ended up going with white. And also what I'm doing here, if you guys haven't noticed, I'm using a Sharpie to paint these needles right here. And they look much better. Let me show you guys why. All right, so we got the white LEDs on. So you can't really tell on camera, but they look yellow, and then the light looks white. So it looks kind of off. So that's why I decided to get a red Sharpie and paint all the needles red. And it actually looks pretty sick. So I'm gonna go ahead and paint these last 2. You pretty much just paint the face of it. You have to have the lights on so you could see that you didn't miss a spot. So the car's on, and I wanted to show you guys what it looks like. The clutcher is actually bolted down right now with the 4 bolts already. The only thing that sucks is I broke a clip out here. Just pay attention when you're putting it back in, because I was only looking on this side and I pressed it in, and then this one snapped off. But I mean, if I find it, I'll glue it back on. It flew somewhere inside the car. I just got to look for it and glue it back on. But I just wanted to bolt the clutcher up to show you guys what a difference this thing makes, man. Especially with the Sharpie, dude, that thing made a huge difference. The Sharpie trick is crazy. I don't know why the gas light is on. I gotta figure that out. Everything is on. You see all the lights work. Turn signals are not connected. That's why the turn signals aren't working. So as you guys can see, the carbon fiber piece is on, and that thing took me a while to cut out. I mean, it didn't come out 100% perfect, but I mean, I'm happy with it. I like it, so that's all that matters. And I think I did spray a little too much clear, so later on in the future I'll probably take it off and wet sand it. buff it out, and it'll look like super smooth and clean. But the LEDs are on, and I'm really happy with the white. I think the white looks a lot better than the blue, especially with the color that I have on the car. This is what the cluster looks like with the carbon fiber. It's pretty freaking insane. Now check the difference between this and the OEM one. I'm gonna try to put it right here so you guys can see. There is a crazy difference, and then the little Sharpie needles is freaking crazy. I hope this video helped you guys out in any sort of way. Once again, end range, peace.